Hello, welcome back. So the door is open and it's kind of a mess. The next project is to do the floor. So what we're gonna do is clear the mess and then dig up and put some draining material and then pour a slab, put some heating element for a heat pump, and then put back the original tiles. The original tiles are this blue stone, and it's gonna be a pain to put back, but we're gonna try at least. Under the top is our future floor. This is oak. Shit. This is oak, and it's gonna be upstairs for the time that we do the slab. So let's get to work. Wow, it feels so good, and we can have a glance at what it's gonna be like with the first floor in. So that's super cool. I'm super excited, but this episode is gonna be heartbreaking because I'm gonna have to destroy this perfectly nice floor, antique, probably maybe a century ago, and it breaks my heart. So please don't talk about it again. I'm sure you're gonna say, oh, you can save and reuse them, but I've already removed a piece and they are on cement. So when they are on cement, it's basically impossible to preserve them. I'm sure there's gonna be some fine after removing them, so I'm gonna keep them and maybe try to reuse them somewhere to pay a tribute. As for the chimney, we're gonna keep it because it's in super good shape. It's not break at all, and so it's gonna stay. And this is the old floor. So as you can see, these are blue stones, and I think they are from the land here because you can actually see dug holes and the blue stones coming from the earth.
Comme ça, on voit le début. On saura plus comment c'était.
Okay, I've managed to remove them all. It wasn't too hard, but it took me some time to sort all the tiles that were not damaged. Unfortunately, I did a small dent here, but I kept the piece and I will glue it back. So that's quite a loft of them saved. I took the time because it broke my heart to just throw them away. We are not going to reuse them in the house because there's not really a place suited for this many tiles, and also the color scheme I think will not fit with what we have in mind. But I managed to sell them, so they are going to be reused and not thrown away. This is what I managed to keep for ourselves. It's not perfect, but maybe we're gonna use it in the future. So this is a bit Verdun right now, but we're getting somewhere. I have some pretty big rocks, but yeah, gotta keep on digging. And the pile over here is getting massive.
Granite.
Woohoo! .109.5. Donc il faut que ce soit à 109.5. So that way I know the line should be roughly here. So I bought this machine for quite cheap. It was 350 euros because I think it was a return. So as a matter of fact, it already has some gas in it and some oil, so that's a plus. And if you don't know, this is a compactor and it will allow me to compact each layer for the new floor. Ready to go. I think that goes like that. Yep. Okay, so I've just forgot to remove this part because it's gonna be in the same room. So right now I need to level down this path and maybe this one too, because I think the door will be middle way. So yeah, let's do that. Okay, I've managed to remove some stones here and there and compacted back the soil. Managed to get the excavator out. I built a small ramps with the stones, and now I'm ready to put the drain and put back up the layers. Okay, so I put the drain here where the wall is in contact with the exterior, and it exits here for now. And later when I'm gonna redo this part, I'm gonna break, or maybe if there's water, I'm gonna just disc the slab and put an exit hole in this wall to the outside. Okay, so I've put this much stones. I kind of stopped because it's really demanding on the body, and I'm not sure it's worth the trouble. I'm doing that because I have the stones here and I might as well use them. And right now I need to start putting the evacuation pipe so that it's in this layer, because it's quite low. I've ordered some rocks to continue filling up, because the other problem is that I start missing of the right stones to do that. It's not worth it to just put small stones. So I'm gonna continue a bit later this part of the project, but right now it's Sunday. I'm gonna take advantage of that and get rid of this pile. The plan for this pile is to load it in the truck and get rid of it just on the left side of the trees. This part of the property, it's part of our property. Yeah, this little piece of land, it's ours. So I'm gonna dump it right here and make a new border. I'm finally done. It took a bit of time, but it went fairly well. No problem with the machines. I had to do around 24 rounds, 24 dumps, and now I will clean it up and make a nice border. Okay, so now I need to start putting the PVC pipes. So yesterday I did the plans of the house. Here are the plans. So this is the future kitchen. This is the future kitchen. The sink is gonna be here, and the other water room is gonna be the bathroom, and here you can see the door, and here the bathroom. As for plans, this is my plan for the floor. So as you can see, we start with big rocks and a drain, 80 millimeters, and this wall draining layer is going to be around 200 millimeters. And above we have concrete with rebar and a polyene film between those two layers to insulate. And then insulation polystyrene, and above some cement with heating loops, and finally the stones. So that's why I took off 50 centimeters. That's quite a lot, but in order to properly drain, reinforce with concrete, and then have the heating floor, it takes some space. Okay, so it took me a bit of time with the laser to figure out where exactly my toilet's gonna be, because that's the most important thing. I need for the pipe to come straight up. This is just a sample, and it shows where the bathroom is gonna be. So right now I can connect the pipe from here and to the kitchen. Okay, so this is what it looks like. I think I'm gonna need a new tool to spread the gravel. I think I'm gonna put a plate like this to move the gravel around. I think I have a problem with my welder. It's a cheap Chinese one. Doesn't sound good. And doesn't turn up. Okay, so enough work. I think it's time for a quick vacation. I think it's gonna wait until tomorrow. The rain has finally stopped, so let's go. Okay, so after some time I managed to put it all level, and this is the result. Now I just have to compact it and put the film, put the rebar and all my electric, my networks. Alright, so I've laid out a bit of sand just to make it super flat and try to avoid the risk of piercing my polyene film. Okay, so I've pulled all my electrical and water hoses, and it looks like this. I had to open up a bit the wall here, but and yeah, I had to modify a little bit the plumbing. I decided to go directly to the sink and not into the wall. And today is the big day. At the end of the day, the cement truck is gonna come and we have to fill. So today the plan is to put the film and then put the rebar. So I have to hurry up now. Okay, I haven't filmed anything because we're kind of in a rush, but we managed to put the rebar in time, and now we're just gonna finish strapping down the layers of rebar while waiting for the truck. He should be here in only an hour and a half. Bah, surtout quand ils viennent tout d'un coup, quoi.
Non.
Ouais. Ouais.
Ça fait toujours effet satisfaisant.
Moi, je sais même pas si on aura besoin de la lisseuse.
Ah ouais? Elle marche bien, hein? Quand même, hein? Wow.
Ouais.
Tiens, et ça va aller, ça va.
Ouais, tiens.
C'est bien.
On change. Welcome back. So it's finally done. It was a bit exhausting yesterday, but now we can see the final result and if we did right. So far, it's not so bad. It went fairly well. The cement quality was just right. But unfortunately, it was a Friday afternoon, and I think the guy wanted to go back home soon, so he just dumped it all, even though we were not sure it was the right amount, because you always order a bit more. And as a matter of fact, it was too much. And we have a constraint. We cannot go too high, otherwise we will be at the wrong level, and our level is already set by the chimney. So that's why it took us a lot of time to remove a lot of cement. And as you can see, there's a small pile here and another one here. And the quality is not too bad. I've checked all around the slab, and we have about a centimeter of height difference at max between all the points. So honestly, that's fine for me. But yeah, I'm super glad it's done. It changes the house a lot. And yeah, we're ready for the next step. But it's gonna be outside, I think. For the next step, I have some work to the facade to do and a bit of maintenance on the roofs. Bye bye.